right, so we'll try this again.
Rob and Kale podcasts. Rob Sanders.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Kale Carolina Jackpot Hall.
And fuck you! Who's next?
The Rob and Kale podcasts.
Let's go!
And welcome in to the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks to Carolina Jackpot for correcting me on my, I have to press the go live button. But we are, a week away from the Palmetto Bowl.
Yeah,
my buddy Carolina Jackpot.
Lisa over there is really concerned about our napping situation and thought that perhaps we were napping together. Lisa, there's no way we could do that. I'm too big to fit or let someone else fit on my napping mat. So, yeah, no, that didn't happen.
Do you have a napping mat in the Spank Shack?
What's
Do you have a napping mat? Do you have a napping mat in the Spank Shack?
I had the Spank Shack when I was like 12.
I figured you still had it.
No, it's not there anymore, sir. It was in the woods. It's been overtaken by Mother Nature.
Do you ever go back for old time's sake?
No, I don't. I rarely go to my mom's house. That's shame on me. I should go more often, but the way the logistics run, she only lives about I'd say 12 miles from me, but the way the fucking fucked up shitty traffic is up here in the Greenville, Simpsonville, Taylor's area with all these damn Yankee fucks that have moved down here in the past 20 years, you can hardly get anywhere anymore without it taking at least a half hour. It takes me a half hour to get to go 5 miles to the food line to get some ice cream from here. Really?
Fuckers are messing with your ice cream. Anyway, first of all, Jackpot, people were concerned that you fell asleep during your live stream yesterday.
I didn't fall asleep during my live stream. I fell asleep after the game. We're sitting here kind of channel surfing. You know, I watched Mizzou and the Thicker Kicker put away Sunbelt Billy. And after that was over with, I watched a little bit of Oregon State and the ukulele. And then it was like there was really nothing there. So I just kind of rested back and sat back like this on this thing. And before I knew it, I had fallen completely over and I fell asleep. Much props and thanks to one Uncle Lou for giving me a call and telling me to wake the fuck up.
All right, let's add our first guest here. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Jackpot? How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. How are you?
My best buddy, Jackpot. I mean, it's Clemson and South Carolina week. I really wanted to call in and talk about the game, but instead I have to ask Jackpot what the fuck his problem is with me.
Easy.
What?
I said, what the fuck is your problem with me?
I don't have one. Why?
You don't have one? Well, you went on a tirade about me last night. Did you forget about that?
I went on a tirade. Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Whoa, that was no tirade.
It wasn't a tirade? Well, you said a lot of disrespectful things and also a bunch of unfactual things on top of that.
There was alcohol involved.
Yeah. Well, sometimes when you drink, I guess maybe your true feelings come out. I don't know. Do you remember what you said or?
Not really.
Oh.
Yeah,
all right.
I heard of it, so
I want to know what your issue is with me. That's why I'm calling in. I'm giving you a chance to tell me in my face.
It seems like you're salty about something there.
I'm salty about you trashing me on your live stream last night. I wasn't even in there.
Oh God, man. Come on.
Come on, what? You try to bitch me out, dude.
Don't be salty. Just trash talk.
Just trash talk. All right. Well, let me refresh your memory about what you said, since you don't remember. The first thing you did was say that me and Uncle Lou were butt buddies, and that he was taking me to Las Vegas.
Well, you were supposed to be coming here on a recruiting trip last year, and you stole him from me.
Let me finish. You said we were butt buddies, and he was taking me to Las Vegas and apparently New Orleans, which I don't even know where that came from.
New Orleans?
You said that, not me. I don't know. I have no idea what New Orleans is about.
He said he was going to New Orleans. I figured you were tagging along.
No, I'm not going to New Orleans with him and his girlfriend, dude.
Sorry.
That's kind of my point. You're being disrespectful.
I'm an ass like that.
Second of all, the Las Vegas trip was my idea, and it wasn't for me and Uncle Lou to go. It was for me and a bunch of guys to go. A bunch of guys hopped on board. Uncle Lou originally wasn't going to go. He later hopped on board and said he could go. I was going with or without Uncle Lou. So you're just being disrespectful. Then you said it's not a good idea for
That's not really disrespectful.
Then you said it's not
something that wasn't
a good idea. Then you said it's not a good idea. Then you said it's not a good idea for butt buddies to do a show together like Lunch Money, and you're much better. You would be much better on the show than me.
Well, I do have that entertaining aspect about myself.
But
I'm not going to lie there.
But meanwhile, you're doing a show with Rob. So how's that working out?
What's that?
No, I'm not disrespecting Rob, but you're doing a show with your butt buddy, aren't you?
I have no clue where any of this came from.
That's correct.
Yeah, well, it came from Jackpot. That's where it came. That's the only reason I'm on here is because he's the one that said this.
So you what exactly? Talk shit?
Well, no, right.
I don't know. Listen to me. Jackpot's got some sort of issue with me. I have never been nothing but nice and cordial to Jackpot. But this is not the first time. Last night's not the first time I've heard you trashing me on your live streams. Just because
I'm
not on the live stream at the time doesn't mean I don't. People don't send me clips, and I take the high road. I don't say anything. I like you.
I never said
good about you. You've got some sort of issue with me, and I want to know what it is.
No, I didn't say anything like that.
You did. It's on video, dude.
No, I didn't. Prior to last night, that's not happened. It's not true.
Yeah, it is true because I heard it. People send me clips. Yeah, it is true.
No, it's not.
All right, so you don't have a problem with me then. You just trashed me for no reason.
Yep.
Okay.
Can we take this like where you guys could, I don't know, maybe text each other after the show? I think you guys have each other's phone number. You guys could talk later on. Is that feasible or what?
I don't really want to talk to him at this point after he's come in here and attacked me rudely.
Attacked you rudely? I'm defending myself. How long am I supposed to sit back and let you talk shit about me in public and me not respond to it?
If you will.
You're treating me like a punk, Jackpot.
No,
I'm talking to you man to man right now, and now you're backpedaling, acting like you. I didn't mean it. Oh, I was just kidding.
Because I took some bourbon shots. Because every time South Carolina scored, I was taking bourbon shots. So you can blame South Carolina's offense for being productive last night on me being drunk.
All right.
Jesus. All right. Are anything else, Pete?
No, that's it. I just wanted to see if he was going to live up to what he said last night, if he's going to backpedal, and I got my answer. So,
have a great evening, sir.
All right, thank you.
All right. I don't see now. This shit's done throwing me the fuck off because now we can't. Fucking just fuck it.
Go on ahead, buddy. Let's get into.
God damn it.
The store.
I mean, shit. What the hell? What the hell's going on? I have no clue.
Right here, well, basically, I said I was more entertaining than him, and I figured I could do a better job at that show. I didn't say I wanted to steal his job on the show. I just said I'd like to make a few guest appearances, maybe next season. This season's already over with. Brock Lee calls it out. He says what I said was not a knock on him. Basically thought he was more entertaining.
Okay, terrific.
Also confirms that it was not a big deal, and Jason,
I don't know,
no last name, but just Jason, says, "Hey, was fucked up," and it was actually quite funny.
Look, from my dealings with Pigskin Pete, he's a good dude. So I don't know what the hell's going on between you two.
God,
I'm just saying, I don't know what's going on between you guys, man. Y'all just fucking
something went up his ass sideways.
All right, well, let's not. That's
like I said, yes, I was a little drunk off those few bourbon shots that I had from the gift from Big Barney Ross last year. Like I said, he can blame Shane Beamer, Dowell Loggins, and Spencer Rattler for just being way too damn productive.
Well, sometimes this show brings out things that my wife tells me about me. She tells me sometimes I have issues adapting to change.
Look, Alex
And
Stewart
she,
says Jackpot even said
honey,
he liked him.
you are correct. Pigskin Pete came in and threw me completely off of where I was going to go. And now I'm kind of, all right, I got nothing.
Well, Mrs. Pete says that she thinks it was kind of disrespectful. I mean, obviously she would. Okay, so look,
Just say you're sorry, Jackpot, so we can
I'm
move on.
sorry.
All right,
I'm
Jackpot's
sorry.
sorry.
I was drunk. I was a fucking asshole. Me saying I was a little bit more thinking more entertaining kind of went off the rails into something it totally shouldn't have been. He's a nice guy.
All right.
I don't have a problem with him. What?
Hello?
Now I'm getting chastised.
Hello?
Hello, Uncle Lou. Hello, Uncle Lou.
Hello,
This,
Matt.
no, this is Uncle Shu.
Uncle
Hello,
Shu.
Uncle Shu.
Yeah, I tried to call Jackpot last night and his phone goes, Uncle, you have a call from Uncle Shu. You have a call from Uncle Shu. Remember when you were taking your nap yesterday?
Yes.
You remember when I called you?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I woke up this morning and I said, did Uncle Shu call me last night? I think he
Yeah.
did. And I looked at the call log on there, and the last one was from Uncle Shu. So, yep.
Yeah. You was pretty tired there.
Well, I was channel surfing after our game was over with, and that big wind kind of took a lot out of me. So I just kind of sat back and boom, I was done.
Yeah. That was a good win.
It was, yeah. I mean, it wasn't a great win. It was a good win. I have to play a lot better than that this week.
Yeah. So Georgia's a 23-point favorite over the Nerds, though.
Are the Nerds bowl eligible now?
Yeah.
Is that a first half line?
Yeah. Yeah, the nerds are bowl eligible. So is Northwestern. South
Not
Carolina is
Nebraska,
not.
though.
No, not yeah. And South Carolina is not. Also, not Colorado.
Nebraska been at 5 wins for 3 weeks and can't win a game. Now they got to play Iowa. Guess they're not making a bowl either. Nebraska.
By the
It's
way,
sad.
can we give Uncle Lou some credit on something? Not to stroke the ego there, but you informed people that Colorado was going to be a piece of shit this year, and they damn sure came through. So big ups to you on that, Uncle Lou.
They're terrible. Well, everybody knew that.
Remember when he got hired?
Not
as
the
first
people that were bashing you on Facebook about it and saying that you didn't know what the hell you were talking about.
His press conference, the first meeting with the team or whatever he had last year that was publicized to everyone, that would have been last November. So last November, he's like, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Now it's like, when can I leave? Because he looked very disinterested on the sidelines. You were right on Friday night. And then what pissed me off about the thing late in the game, they were down 56-14. They throw a touchdown pass to Travis Hunter. And Tim Brando and whoever else it was that was doing the game with him were like, they are fighting down 56-7, but still fighting scores. Not 1 ounce of credit given to Wazoo, who wasn't a good team for blowing them out. Yeah. It's all about them.
Yeah, it's got to be about Deion. Yeah, it turns out that Louis luggage he brought to Colorado, I guess he bought it on Canal Street in Chinatown.
I forgot all about that.
God.
Yeah, that fake Louis, that swap meet Louis.
I had we took the kids, my stepdaughter and her friend, and then the wife and I went to New York City probably 5 years ago when we were in Pennsylvania, and they bought some shitty Gucci belts from some damn store.
Yeah.
Like, they bought them from it was like a damn convenience store, really, almost. Bodega or something, I guess they call it. I don't know. Anyway, the dude decides the belt for him right there and everything. I'm like, what the fuck have I stumbled into? And that was like where you're talking about Canal Street or near there.
Yeah, that's where Chinatown is up there. I like it's fun to go to. It's interesting. People watching is good there. Well, people watching good's anywhere in New York, but yeah, Chinatown's fun to go to. So what's the line on the Tater game?
Clemson's favored by 7.
What?
Favored by 7.
Man. What do we think about that?
I mean, I expect it to get bet up. To be honest with you.
What, to like 9?
Yeah, South Carolina's defense is not good against the run. The public is not going to back South Carolina on that line, I don't think.
Yeah.
But
Well,
what the fuck do I know?
you can always count on a couple of Tater turnovers.
That's
Fumbles.
true.
Yep.
South
Count on
Carolina,
that
South
too.
Carolina created 3 of them last night. So
Clemson turns the ball over like it's their hobby.
That would be true.
You can pretty much set your watch to it.
They've turned the ball over in every game.
That is correct. Klubnik's had an interception, I think, in every game but one.
Yeah, this last one against North Carolina, he didn't.
Yep.
But
He didn't.
Shipley fumbled. I mean, that's like clockwork.
Moffa's got butterfingers too, so.
Boy, I mean, I didn't give Auburn much of a chance this year anyway. But people love to talk about, well, anything can happen at Jordan Hare. Man, that Auburn game took a lot of steam out of the Iron Bowl, didn't it?
Yeah, well, and I last week, I think it was Wednesday on this very show, I talked about that game, and I said, I was like, if you were looking for somebody that could get upset, it's them. And you can ask Rob. I kind of called that one. I didn't really call it. I said it's possible, but I knew New Mexico State. I knew their defense was really salty. They got that coach he used to be at Minnesota some years ago. That Jerry Kill, a guy was having some seizures or some shit, so he had to retire from football. Oh, he's better now apparently, and he came back, and they're really good. They're like 8-3, so I'm not shocked. Auburn's, I don't know. I don't know about them. I think they'll be good. I think that Hugh Freeze will get them going where they need to be. But this is
but not by this coming Saturday.
No, they're going to get blown out.
Yeah. Oh, well, you hate to see it. And then Florida State, both going to have backup quarterbacks.
What exactly happened to Jordan Travis? What was was this like?
His leg got turned into a question mark.
Oh, yeah, God, really?
Remember the Brew McCoy injury from your game?
Yeah.
It was the same thing.
Oh, God.
Yep, same thing. Looked just as bad, too. Broken tibia, fibula, that whole deal around there by his ankle. Yeah, his knee was pointing one direction and his toes were pointing the other. It was bad.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Is their backup quarterback a shit house?
Not according to the Florida State, man. He's winning the Heisman next year.
Okay.
They're already saying he's a better passer than Jordan Travis.
Oh, then why hasn't he been starting over Jordan Travis then?
Well, the glass is always half full.
It's kind of interesting.
The Florida quarterback last night, he looked like he was lost. The backup did anyway. Because Hurts got hurt or whatever his name is.
Mertz, that must have been a collarbone or something.
Yeah, something with his collarbone. They put the other guy in, and he looked good for a minute, and then you could just tell they were just struggling to try to figure out what to do.
That was very
They should have won that game, though. I mean, he played good enough for him to win. I mean, they had you got to lead with a minute to go. You got to win that.
Mm-hmm.
They let Missouri go right down the field and kick a field goal with a minute to go. Beat them. Heartbreaking. You almost feel bad for the Florida man, but then you don't.
Yeah, I mean, that 4th and 17 was like
that's
just
total.
brutal.
That's brutal, man.
I mean, and they let him get it over the middle too.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Yeah, that was bad. That was real bad. What about the so Chip Kelly and Lincoln Riley? Are either one of them getting fired or quitting or neither one of them?
Somebody said been hearing stuff about Chip Kelly getting let go. But I mean, how can you let him go after that performance yesterday?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd keep Chip Kelly. Lincoln Riley's not going to get fired, but I don't know. You think he's leaving for the NFL? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
7-5. That's pitiful. That was their last game. They don't play this week.
Yeah, because they played in week 0.
Yeah. 7-5 for the Trojan man. Not good.
No, not with you, but with UCLA. I mean, they've been kind of dormant for a while, and then it kind of shook them into being somewhat relevant. I mean, they haven't. I mean, they've been a bowl team. They haven't, really competed for anything. But that's one of those weird programs. That's a sleeping giant, in my opinion. I mean, I think that team should be like they should be like a 10-win team every year. Should be getting really good recruits and playing in big bowl games or making the playoffs or close to it. I mean, I don't understand I don't know. They just don't. They haven't really maximized what they could be, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Guess is what I'm trying to say.
I don't. I don't.
It's not like a West Coast version of Miami, except I mean their fans don't run around saying stupid shit.
The
I don't think I've ever met a UC.
Miami tickets for the Louisville game were buy one get two free, and there was nobody there.
Is that really true? I heard
swear.
that on
Yeah, I swear that's 100% true.
how the hell? So if
Nobody.
I bought two, I could get myself four for free and take
Yep.
6 people for the price of 2.
Yeah, and on top of that, I mean, they're only $10 or $15.
They got some pretty, high school football is really big in South Florida. They got some decent sized stadiums down there. I mean, they would really be better off if they're going to rent a stadium instead of renting it from the Miami Dolphins, like renting it from Central Dade High School or something, and
Yeah.
moving their home games into a high school stadium. Seriously, if it only seated 20,000 people or something, maybe it wouldn't look so pathetic on television.
Yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad there. Well, that's it.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for calling in, but we appreciate it.
All right, talk to y'all later.
Thanks, sir.
All right, there you go. Uncle Lou joining the program. Go ahead.
Well, if you'll remember on that the 30 for 30 about the the first 30 for 30 they did on them. One of those players from back in the mid 80s was talking about growing up in the hood in Miami in like the late 70s, and the football team was really, really shitty back then. Like Nick Saban's dad, Lou Saban, was the coach there for a while, and he was talking about how like they were giving away tickets to the games in the Orange Bowl at Burger King if you bought like I guess a Whopper meal or something, and they actually showed like a newspaper clipping like of an old Burger King ad with free tickets to the game against I don't remember who it was with the purchase of a Whopper and fries.
All right, Jay with the super chat. March 1st through 3rd, 2024. Hello, Jaden. Slav Olympics are going to be lit in PC. There you go. All right, we're going to get to Shamcock Sporty in a second. Let's thank our sponsors, Callaway's Bar and Grill. Jackpot and I will be out there on Friday doing our live show, and it's going to benefit Pace Academy, the only publicly funded dyslexia school in the state. Look forward to seeing some of you guys out there.
I want to say something here real quick. I want to make a statement. I have been kind of like in and out of this YouTube thing for a while. And I've always been kind of upset because I always thought we could have more subscribers, have a better channel, and then I get to where I don't have time to work on it. And maybe one time I just wanted to do something with somebody like Uncle Lou that could give a little bit of clout and help boost the channel. And that's why I said that. I don't dislike Pigskin Pete. I guess I'm just jealous because it seems like, I don't know, the breaks don't ever come my way. And it just pissed me off. And I said some stuff I didn't really mean. So I'm fucking sorry. So I hope he accepts my apology. I'm sorry, Joe. I didn't mean it. I'm just an asshole. And I got some problems like everybody else does, I guess. Self-esteem problems and whatever else. But, we got to get through them. But what I did was wrong. I shouldn't have said that. You're a nice guy. I hope you'll accept my apology.
Look,
Let's
don't.
go on. Let's keep going with the show. It's rock and roll.
Well, quickly here. I think that you and Pigskin Pete can get together away from the stream of everybody else and hammer it out. Pete's a good dude.
That sounds kind
And
of sexual. I don't want to do
well,
anything.
it's not like that.
Hammer it out. You're talking about hammering it out. That's kind of
No,
weird.
that's not what I meant, you doofball. I'm just saying that the two of you can work that out, and I don't think it's going to be that big of an issue. I really, really don't. So there's that. Jackpot's got a good soul, and I think Pete knows that. Deep down, Pete knows
says
that.
we love you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, air it out. You guys can figure that out, and then and then go from there. I don't know how to transition from this. I'm just going to tell you, we're going to be having our live show. There you go. That we've been working to put together. It's going to be at Callaway's this coming Friday. Hopefully you guys can come out and hang out with us. We would really appreciate it. What you got, buddy?
All right. Lou kind of went into a lot of these things I was wanting to talk about. Georgia Tech and Northwestern are already bowl eligible, but the Gamecocks are not. They can look back at that crappy game against Florida and thank themselves for that one. Dino Babers was fired today. Did you see that?
I did see that. Jay with the super chat. He says, CJP, we accept you, buddy, for who you are. Don't change. Nobody's near perfect. Yes, that is true.
Thank you, Jay.
The live show at Callaway's, we will start the Golden Tea Tournament at 11 that morning. And whenever Jackpot gets done slinging taters, we'll probably start around 7:30 that night. So,
yeah, that's going to be I've had some issues this past week. My truck, the radiator blew up in it, or either a hose came loose, or I know something happened with the truck down near Ware Shoals, South Carolina, and I was stuck on the side of the road. So at any rate, I'm working out of a van.
Well, we were hoping somebody messaged me and asked if you were going to bring the tater chip truck and give tours. I told them I did not know if that's what you were going to do, but
yeah. The truck may be repaired by then. Who knows? If it's just a radiator hose or something that needs to be fixed, it will. But I got out of that truck and it smelled like antifreeze, and it would barely move. Smelled like antifreeze. I opened the hood up. There's antifreeze all over the damn place.
All right. Before we get into Dennis Wilson's bit here, let's welcome in Shamecock Sporty because he's been waiting a while.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing tonight?
Good, man. Are you still on campus, or did you go home for Thanksgiving?
Not yet. I'm heading back on Tuesday. I've got a concussion appointment that I have to go to on Tuesday.
So are you in concussion protocol? Is that what happened? Did you beat your head on the wall? What happened there, buddy?
Yeah, I actually play Club Ultimate Frisbee at South Carolina, and I laid out to make a catch, and I got kicked in the side of the head by one of my teammates as I laid out.
Oh, my God. I'm not laughing at you getting kicked in the side of the head. I'm just laughing that you are in concussion protocol, basically.
Were you a student yet? And I don't know what year you are or anything, but
I'm a sophomore.
Were you a student? What's that?
I'm a sophomore.
Okay, so you probably weren't a student back, and I think this happened back before COVID. So it might have been 4 years ago then. It was right at the beginning of the school year, and those stupid asses were doing some shit down there, and they were filming it where they were taking they would do 6 milk crates, then 5, then 4, 3, 2, and 1, and walk up the damn thing, the pyramid, and back down it, and see if you could do it without busting your ass. You know what I'm talking about, Rob?
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like the milk crate challenge.
Yeah, there
is
is
what
no
it's
way
called.
that
we're sounding like we're old bastards now. What's the challenge that everyone has on campus now? It has to be something stupid like that you guys are doing. I mean, every year it's something.
I don't know. What they do is beyond me, but I don't know. The most shenanigans I do is beer ball. So that's
wait. Tell us what that is.
Okay, so beer ball is kind of like you have a table set up, right? You got it's 2v2. So you have 4 cans at each corner of the table. You take a ping pong ball and you aim it, and you have to hit the can. And as one person aims, your teammate pops the can and starts chugging, and you have to finish your beers first.
Jackpot and I would dominate that shit. We would be fucking South Carolina champions.
And the way you stop them from drinking is you gotta catch the ball off the hop and then down it on the table.
I don't know about the coordination part, but we've got the liver. We'd be really good there. Do you want to address Roll Tide's comment here about he thinks you celebrated with hookers, beer, and cocaine yesterday? Is that true, sir?
I had some root beer. I haven't really been drinking with this concussion. I normally do. It's just like, I don't know. I tried drinking with this concussion. It fucked me up really badly. I got hungover like really badly.
Did you get up and throw hands with the guy that kicked you in the head?
That was my teammate. No, I'm not that kind of guy.
You have to get up.
I was pissed though. Don't get me wrong. I was angry.
I'd be mad too. You're in concussion protocol. That's tad. All right, what do you got about the game, man?
I need to come here and apologize for my garbage prediction. I went on my channel and did a pregame video after I talked to you guys last week. I said I adjusted my prediction saying we'd win like 35-24 because I was realizing Kentucky was not going to put up 30 points on us, but our offensive line struggled against Kentucky, and we gave up a ton of sacks. Our offense never really got going. For whatever reason, we brought in Lenora Sellers to start a series. I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm not saying he should have never been in that situation. I mean, we did.
Well, you know why they did that, right?
They're trying to mix some stuff up too, and get him some prep.
They were putting him out there to make the Clemson defensive coordinator have to plan for him. Now there's another quarterback they have to plan for. That's exactly why they did it.
Oh, okay. I understand why we did it. Why we used him in the goal line set.
You can't outsmart Wesley Goodman. So
Wesley Goodman's more talented than your head coach, sir. I'd rather have him as my head coach than your coach. How's that for rivalry week?
He's a fat slob.
Fuck your feelings.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
They're a top 10 fucking defense.
He's benefiting from BV's recruits.
They're a top 10 defense.
Well,
okay.
We'll see what happens when BV's players are out of there.
Okay. I mean, they're still recruiting in the top 10 with him there as like one of the head recruiters, but
no, that's fine. We'll see.
So, anyway, what else you got there, Sporty?
What'd you think about that? I've really been thinking about this Clemson game, and honestly, like Clemson's been trending up ever since some of their bad losses earlier in the year. I mean, they had a really good win last week against North Carolina, and just I don't know. I have concerns for.
I'm going to say this. North Carolina kind of gave them that ball game.
They did.
Two turnovers inside the 5-yard line, and that kid letting him punch that ball out was just fucking ridiculously dumb. Now I'm not taking anything away from Nate Wiggins. I mean, made it all the way from the other side of the field, diagonally across to chase him down, which was an incredibly athletic play. However, Hampton should have known he was behind him. Why didn't he step the fuck out of bounds? But, I mean, I don't guess you're thinking about stepping out of bounds on purpose when you're going in to score a touchdown. But, I mean, that was just unreal.
So,
and then then at the beginning of the game, Drake May completed a big pass down to Tez inside the 5-yard line. They're fixing to go in to score. What do they do next play? Fucking fumble. I mean, they caught the Clemson fumbling disease. Clemson took it and passed it on to North Carolina. And they're just a big shithole. They're a pile of shit. I'm never going to believe in them ever again, even though they beat South Carolina. Never, ever. I don't give a damn how good they start out. Always know that they're going to fall apart. Always.
So I will tell you this, and it's something that Jackpot and I were texting back and forth about today. First of all, we were texting yesterday about the officiating in that game was horseshit. I mean, I don't know if Ipte's paying somebody. There was some fuckery there where Clemson got a lot of calls. I know that the officials are the same, and I'm not one that's going to sit here and blame the refs and everything else, but it was silly on that front. I will say this about South Carolina. Clemson is playing this weekend the best quarterback that they've seen all season, and they're playing the best wide receiver that they've seen all season. I'll stack them up against everybody else that they've played. Rattler and Leggett are better than anyone that Clemson has played against. Now, on that front too, Wiggins is a guy that I look forward to the duel between him and Rattler, because are they even going to throw the ball to that side of the field? Are they going to take Wiggins and put him on an island and tell him, look, you've got Leggett and somebody else has to make catches? I don't know. That's going to be the fascinating part of the game for me. But those two players are really, really good and something that Clemson has to prepare for. And the Clemson fans that they're going to walk through this game, you're batshit stupid. It's going to be a tough game. It really is.
You know who could end up playing an integral role on Saturday night for South Carolina on that offensive side of the football?
Sellers.
Nicholas Harbor.
Harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what I can anticipate Clemson doing probably, this is what I'd do. I know the X's and O's a little bit. They might try doing something like doubling up Leggett and then doing man with their safeties and linebackers with some of our other receivers and stuff like that. And it's going to
I can ask you guys about this too. They're running play action plays last night, but they're not running the ball at all. Why in God's name did they keep running play action pass?
It doesn't work. It also hurts the protection even more, because
the purpose of the play action pass is to bring the linebackers up and to keep them honest, but you weren't running the ball anyway.
No.
So why not just put Rattler back there in the shotgun and tell him just fucking throw it? That's what you needed to do, but I don't know. What a gong show the play calling was yesterday for y'all.
Yeah, not Loggins' best night. Honestly, I've been very happy with Dow Loggins for the majority of this year. I think he's done pretty well. But last night I saw some questionable things. So, yeah, play action when you're not able to run the football doesn't make any sense at all.
And they kept running it.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking insane. I don't know why they were doing that. It was batshit crazy.
But I'm excited for this weekend. Rivalry game. Are y'all doing that thing at Callaway's on Friday?
Yep, Callaway's on Friday. Yep. Yes, we are. Where is home for you?
North Augusta, South Carolina. I'm probably heading back here.
You should just. Here's what you should do. You should just hop in with Lisa because she lives there, and you can just ride up here with Lisa. Lisa could be your taxi.
Well,
Grandma Lisa will hook you up.
I'm actually driving myself back home for Thanksgiving, and I'm driving back up Friday morning.
Oh, well, then there you go. If you come to Callaway's, we'll give you a spot up there, and you can run your mouth about the game a little bit.
Right.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good Thanksgiving, sir. And
Rob, you too, JP.
But I hope your team loses. See you later, friend.
All right. See you, man.
All right. Let's thank Dennis Wilson.
Billy Cole says, anyone remember a beer drinking game called Cardinal, big in the early 70s? No, I don't, because I don't draw Social Security right now. But yeah.
I got nothing.
Cardinal.
Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, let's thank Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. Fireside Chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, read away.
Okay. Jiggy. It sucks to be a Gamecock. It is a shame Spencer Rattler wasted his time at the Shane Beamer Clown School. Rent is due on our shithole on Bluff Road. Collection is next Saturday. Sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
A message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. All right, let's bring Justin in. Then I got something I got to throw your way there, Jackpot. Justin, what's up?
How you doing, guys?
Good.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah, hey guys, I feel good. If it's gonna be Kentucky back to back, man, it wasn't easy, but Kentucky played tough. What y'all thoughts?
Yeah, Kentucky was no bitch. They weren't, man. They played,
Yeah, they were. I thought we were going to lose that thing in the third quarter when we got behind, but They rallied and did what they had to do, come away with a good, hard-fought victory. Sometimes you need a game like that.
Yeah, and we did a good job containing Wade Davis, but he got loose one time. That's it, and then we shut it down.
Yeah, they're you're right about that. I mean, it was a weird game though. It seemed like it was just slow. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's because it was.
Are you going to the Clemson game, sir?
Yes, I am.
Very good. So you'll be in the stands. You know what? When we get new Robin Kale Show shirts printed, you will get one, sir.
Oh,
that
thanks.
way you can wear that around once we get those put together. All right.
Hey guys, fun go. Do y'all think my students will take another job next season? Because I think it's time for a guy in Kentucky. What y'all think?
Maybe he can probably go somewhere else and coach.
Yep. Well, guys. Yep. Hey guys, happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Thank you, sir. You have a good night. All right.
You too. Go Cox.
All right, there you go.
Yeah. Mark Stoops is not. They're not getting rid of him at Kentucky until they have like multiple losing seasons.
So the thing that I was going to get with you about Jackpot was that Mark Stoops said in his press conference last night, and I don't know if you heard this or not, that this was one of the most disappointing losses of his career. Bear in mind, he's lost to Vanderbilt twice, but losing to South Carolina last night was one of the most embarrassing losses of his career.
Did he say embarrassing or disappointing?
I'm sorry, toughest losses of his career.
Okay,
make sure I use the word terminology correct. Losing to Vanderbilt's not tough, but losing to South Carolina is. That guy's a clown.
I don't know. He's just weird to me. I mean, he has like no emotion whatsoever. I mean, I know Shane Beamer is like over emotional, and just really gets into the press conference just too much. I think a little bit. That guy is like he's it's like watching paint dry, listening to him talk. But he stuck his foot in his mouth several times this year anyway. I mean, he stuck his foot in his mouth. Well, he stuck his foot in his mouth constantly. Stuck his foot in the mouth with stupid sunglasses comment last year SEC Media Days. And then we went out there and promptly kicked his ass on the field when we played him. If I was Beamer, I'd have wore a fucking pair out there to shake his damn hand. I don't give a fuck, really. I'd have went like Eli Drinkowitz on him. And then this year, I mean, what he stuck his foot in his mouth, talking about, we could have it'd be nice for some of y'all to donate some money so we can buy some good players like Georgia does, kind of shitting on his own players. I wouldn't want to play a fucking down for the son of a bitch.
I don't know. Ray Davis was tweeting afterwards about how it was basically like, I thought I was supposed to be the bell cow or some nonsense. There's smoke up there in Kentucky.
And that's just like, that's so immature. To be honest with you, when I read about him in this book, this Kentucky football yearbook that Big Barney Ross sent over in the off season. And did you know that he's from San Francisco? And dude, when he was like 11, bro, he was living in a fucking homeless shelter, dude. I mean, like his grandparents or something had taken him in as like his foster parents, and then they like turned him out. And so he was basically one night he's like living on the street for a little bit, and then he ends up in a homeless shelter, and then they like transferred him to like where he could stay was like in some little room like in the back of some church. And like he had like old shitty PlayStation 2 or something with like 2 games for entertainment, and that was his existence. So he fought from that to like getting adopted like by this white family, which I mean doesn't mean anything, but it's kind of a weird story. And then he starts playing football. And then he gets in high school and he ends up at Vanderbilt. So, like, he really made something out of himself coming from that to, what he is now. But then he's out tweeting shit like that. It's really not in his character, I don't think.
I don't know. What a mess. So, with that though, let's talk about the Mizzou game for a second. You know, they went up there and they made it interesting, but they ended up falling short. Man, then it looked like they were going to fight afterwards. I was retweeting some of that afterwards. Man, Florida is a gong show right now. They really, really
Yeah,
are.
Justin Martin was talking about this last night. That yes, Florida did give up a 4th and 17 to Mizzou inside of a minute left in that game. That Mizzou converted, and eventually the thicker kicker trotted out there and hit the game winner, which is, I mean, he just does uh, uh, thicker kicker things, and that's to win football games. But it's really not unbelievable that Florida gave up that 4th and 17 because it was Mizzou they were playing, and they've just been an absolute wagon this year. They really have.
Yeah, I don't know where that comes from, but they're off the rocker now. But the Florida folks are talking about, with no Travis out there, that they may have an opportunity to get the win over Florida State. I don't know, man. They don't impress me much at all. But we'll see about that.
I don't see it happening really. I mean, Florida State's not all just Jordan Travis, so
yeah. What was the other?
I don't know. I don't know that Florida I don't know that Florida State wins the ACC title game without Jordan Travis. But I think they definitely can beat Florida.
Well, the other thing too was we kind of Uncle Luke kind of talked about a little bit with Auburn being a gong show. Yeah, I look back at that game and I know that people look at Hugh Freeze and they think, all right, he's going to have some, he needs some time, but my goodness, you can't lose to freaking New Mexico State. What a mess.
Yeah, I mean, now apparently all the girls out there want to sleep with the football players since they've went and took down Auburn. They're going to have to change their name to New Mexico State.
Well, that should work out. All right, so look, and speaking of changing names and uniforms and stuff like that, didn't you sent me something saying that Tennessee this weekend was going to incorporate Dolly Parton on their uniforms. Is this some true shit or what? What the hell's going on here?
No, I mean it's confirmed. That's a rumored to be an alternate helmet for the Vanderbilt game. I mean, they had her on the field yesterday, and she came. Uncle Lou made a big deal about this on the Tennessee hype and hate videos, and it was just, I thought it was fucking hilarious. Then I find out they may incorporate her on the helmet because they're playing Vanderbilt, who's out of Nashville, and Nashville's like the capital of country music. And she's country music legend. So yeah, there we go.
So what are they gonna, I mean, okay. I mean, they did have dark mode for South Carolina. Bring out Dolly Parton's boobs for Vanderbilt. What the hell's going on over there, Billy? Oh, man.
Did you hear that this morning? Oh, no, you didn't hear that. That was last night after the game was over and they'd beaten Tennessee. And Uncle Lou was talking about Dolly Parton's boobs. And he said, "What? Nobody gives a fuck about Dolly Parton. Nobody cares." He said, "Nobody gives a fuck about her and her old floppy pancake titties." He said, she's probably the only person in the world that can step on their own nipples." But then he said, "Oh, wait a minute, Josh Heupel probably can too."
Oh my God.
Josh Heupel's apparel that he wears on the sideline, he looks like a hobo. He said his shirt, he can't tell if he's got sleeves or not, and he can't see his arms. And he said that the fucking pants that he wears are so big, and it looks like he's got two curtains wrapped around his legs.
Well, speaking of which, Heupel looked like he was. He looks like that job is killing him. By the way, Mad T Sipper with. I mean, inquiring minds want to know who has the bigger boobs, Dolly or Sam Pittman. Oh my God,
Dolly
or Josh
probably.
Heupel.
I think Sam Pittman's are perkier though.
You think so? There more volume to Sam Pittman? I don't know. So what a mess. Anyway, there's that, and then I mean I don't know what the hell they're gonna put on this helmet. We'll see how that goes. What a mess that is. All right, let's bring some folks into the show here. If you would like to join us, I'm gonna put the link over here really quick. If you want to talk a little bit about the stuff that happened yesterday. Or you could just be like everybody else that's over here and just talk about Dolly Parton's boobs.
Brock Lee, he makes a good point. At least sounds are natural.
Oh, God. Frothy says Pittman has those eraser titties.
Yeah, they're probably going to erase his name off the head coach's door pretty soon here after he.
No, they said he's coming back. He's coming back, is what they said. Now Dino Babers is gone, but
he is.
Yeah, they fired Dino Babers, but then I read that they're keeping him at Arkansas. With Babers, I think he would be a good like offensive analyst or offensive line coach somewhere else. I think he would be really good for some other team if he wanted to, go that route, but. It's one of the names they had on the list.
He's good on TV.
He would. Yeah, he's a great interview. You could also go with the oh God. They were talking about who could replace him. And one of the things was Bill O'Brien would take that job. And I was like, I don't know if Bill O'Brien would want that job, but Bill O'Brien, the guy who used to coach the Penn State.
Yeah, did he coach the Texans?
Coached the Texans, was the GM, and then he was like the offensive coordinator at Alabama. So, yeah, I got nothing on that, but we'll see. Justin says
that just seems like that would be a good. Seems like a good stepping stone job for somebody. I mean, that's I don't know. I don't know who would take that.
Yeah. We'll have to see how that works out, but so in the SEC, you've got A&M is open. You've got Mississippi State is open.
Yep. And
we haven't heard about any of the other teams in the East are possibly moving along. In the ACC, you've got with Syracuse, that job is open. Someone's talking about they're going to fire Tony Elliott. I don't know how you can fire Tony Elliott.
I don't know how you can fire him. He's won. I mean, he beat North Carolina. He just beat Duke. I mean,
right. Well, but you got to remember
season.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I think he's probably going to hit the over and wins for them. Maybe. I mean, what? I mean, who did they beat? They beat William and Mary. They beat North Carolina, and they beat Duke. Have they won another game?
I think they're 4-8, something like that. But I have to look at their schedule. But they're also coming off the shootings last year, and I think that they're going to. That's going to be something that. I mean, I think he at least gets another year out of it, but I don't know, man. That's a tough way to look. This season they're 3-8 this year, heading into the Virginia Tech game in Charlottesville, but they've got a win over Duke. They lost to Louisville at Louisville by 7. They beat North Carolina in Chapel Hill. They beat William and Mary. They started the season.
Beat Miami.
Yeah, they started the season 0-5. And they've, since then they've been 3-3. So
they've been a wagon of late.
Yeah, I mean he could if he could go in there and beat Virginia Tech, that would be a really, really good spot for him there. So
Skip says
I wrote.
Muschamp to Mississippi State.
I don't know. Does he want that job?
I don't think they want
I don't know.
him.
So I was looking at something about speaking about Tennessee here. Billy said, "What's the Tennessee score?" I guess that was the biggest win of your year. You won 49-13, sir. Congratulations. There's Heupel in his. It seems like every third year, the jobs that he's had, the points per game in conference has gone down. He's like this revolutionary offensive mind, supposedly, but they're only averaging 22 points a game in SEC play. That's some
He
shit
lost
right
a lot
there,
of
you know?
talent off that team last year. And I think
Yeah.
I think a lot of the Tennessee man thought they were just going to be plug and play, and they were going to be fine. But I mean, you regressed greatly at quarterback. You regressed at wide receiver. Your running backs have actually stepped up.
Yeah.
Your defense has improved. I know they've given up less points this year than they did last year. They have to have.
Yeah.
But
We'll have to see how that rolls out there
decent
for
little
them.
team. I mean, I actually backed them yesterday. I thought they'd cover the number, and I thought they had a legitimate chance at striking the upset against UGA. And yeah, I was stupid for thinking that.
All right. Well, the games for this week. Let's put them out here really quick. So we got all of the rivalry games in the mix. So everybody in the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. It's more than 11 games this week. So you got Ohio State at Michigan, Kentucky at Louisville, A&M at LSU, Indiana at Purdue. That's the old Oaken Bucket game. Alabama at Auburn, Arizona at Arizona State, Vandy at Tennessee, Northwestern at Illinois for the Land of Lincoln Trophy, Wisconsin at Minnesota for Paul Bunyan's axe. That's pretty cool. Virginia at Virginia Tech, Washington State at Washington for the Apple Cup, Florida State at Florida, Notre Dame at Stanford for the Legends Trophy, Georgia at Georgia Tech, UNC at NC State, Cal at UCLA, Fresno State at San Jose State, that's for the Valley Trophy, and of course, Clemson at South Carolina. And the shitter this week, Jackpot, tell us who the shitter is.
I think this is for the second year in a row. I know we've had it on the docket. I don't know if it was the same week. Will be UConn versus UMass.
UConn and UMass for the Kale Hall shitter. So there's that.
So guess what that means? Neither one of them's getting any better.
Yeah, they're not getting any better at all. So there are 19 games there. So folks that are thinking, hey, I'm out of it, you get a good run there. If you get, let's say that you're 15 points behind or whatever, and you get a run where you get 12-13, you could be right in the mix, because then we have the conference championship games the week after that. So there's 2 weeks left, but you've got 19 opportunities this week to make up some ground in the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. You really do. So there's that.
I think I actually had a decent week last week.
You had, what, 7 or 8 correct?
Yeah, that's not bad. If I'd do that every week, I'd have been on top. Unfortunately,
yeah,
I do that every week, so I ain't on top.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, you still have an
Billy
opportunity
Paul
there.
says we're getting an ass whipping this weekend. Payback's a bitch. Well, there it is.
I don't know if it's going to be an ass whipping at all. I think that Clemson fans need to come with their hat in their hand a little bit.
They need to pump the brakes.
I just don't. I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park. Now, I mean, I hope they win 76-0 and Jackpot's losing his mind on his live stream, but I don't think that's going to happen. They don't have the playmakers at quarterback. They really don't. They don't have the playmakers at wide receiver. So we'll see how that works out for the Tigers, but we'll go from there. Do you want to do a show on Wednesday night?
Absolutely.
All right, so we'll do a show on Wednesday night. There you go.
I'm also going to be a guest. I think it's tomorrow night. Got to hammer out the final details, but I'm pretty sure that is tomorrow night with not Bobby Durkins on the forget what he's calling it now. He changed the name of it. It's the Clemson football talk channel. I think it's what he calls it. He has the Bobby Durkins character, and then he has the not Bobby Durkins character where he gets very serious and talks about football. So I'll be over there, and he's excited to have me, which is
Rob has
he may need to have his head examined for that, but anyway, yeah.
Rob has an SEC bias that joins us. What's up, buddy? What is wrong with you? Your microphone sounds like the shit. What did you do?
No, I've got a mute button on my laptop. That's probably why it sound better now.
Yeah.
What you got? Thank you for the lights this evening, so that we can see your fresh young face.
Hey man, Carolina won. I can finally afford the damn power bill.
There we go.
So many damn losing slates, back to back to back. It's hard, man. You should know. But Kale, I watched the live stream last night. Who ended up cutting off the stream? Was that your wife?
No, I did. I cut it off.
Okay,
yeah, Uncle Shu called me and informed me that the thing was still going, and just wake the fuck up.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I figured you'd save that for a night especially bad when we got shit on, but you had the bourbon flowing last night, my friend.
I had it flowing, and like I said, I mean, I say some things I regretted last night, and you know, if that Gamecock offense hadn't been clicking on those cylinders there early, I mean, Lord, we might not have had that debacle.
Yeah.
But hey, they could have played a lot better.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Taking bourbon shots during the Vanderbilt game.
Jesus.
I wouldn't have finished the Vanderbilt game.
What about you wouldn't have finished the Vanderbilt game, you said?
Not if I was. I took shots last night. I took a shot every time we scored. So, and then I took one for the victory. So, I mean, if I'd have took a shot every time we scored against Vanderbilt, I'd have been fucked 6 ways from Christmas by halftime. Well, not by halftime. By the end of the third quarter, anyway.
Well, that's and that's kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about. It seems like every game this year, but Vanderbilt, our offense has been so fucking streaky. They start off the game, rattle off 2 good drives, and then it just I don't know what the hell happens, man. It just
it's called other teams' defensive coordinators making adjustments.
Yeah, that's
the defensive coordinators who know what the fuck they're doing.
Exactly. You'd think we'd be making adjustments as well.
Well, that's because our defensive coordinator doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Whoa.
I mean, they kind of stepped up last night. I'm still not sold on South Carolina saying, yeah, they can stop the run. Look at us now. We've solved our issues. Of course, I mean, Vanderbilt didn't have a running game, so that's a moot point on that one. And then last night we did, but you got to be able to consistently do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not just so sure that they can.
Well, that, and then when you get them to 3rd and long, you can't fucking give up 6 straight wide open receivers, not a guy 5 yards, around him. That's inexcusable, man. They had literally like 6 straight 3rd down conversions, and I'm damn near every single one of them was
At least you didn't give up 4th and 17 to midfield. You didn't do that.
Yeah. Well,
that's probably only because we weren't given the opportunity to try.
Yeah. Yeah. But talk about, it didn't really affect the outcome of the game. But on both sides, man, that reffing in that game just wasn't very good. I counted like 5 missed false starts on both sides. I don't know what was going on, but it definitely seemed like they had the B crew out there having to review fucking easy calls all night. They need to fix that shit because that had that game stopping and going every fucking, pretty much every drive there was a review. That was a little ridiculous in my opinion. But Rob, I
don't know about these refs, man.
What's that?
I don't know about the refs, man.
Yeah,
They're weirdos.
At least it doesn't seem too one-sided. But when you just got blown calls missed throughout the game, it's kind of excusable. There's got to be some kind of, I don't know, some kind of accountability, where you call a shitty game, you don't get a fucking SEC game again. You go down to FCS or something, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. But Rob, I didn't catch the Clemson game, but I saw y'all won. How'd y'all look?
Well, North Carolina gave it to them on a platter. They had a lot of turnovers. It was, I don't know, man. There's nothing that Clemson does that makes you feel good about them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, other than Wiggins on the defensive side of the ball, you don't have anything that you're like, all right, this is, grade A championship material. I'm not saying that, Moffas can be a good back, and they got some good linemen, and the linebackers are good too. But, if you told me, hey, pick one player from Clemson that could go anywhere and start, it would be Wiggins. Other than that, I don't really feel great about anything they do at all, to be honest with you. And I don't even know who they're going to play in their bowl game, but they'll probably lose. Once again, I stand by what I said. The bowl games don't matter anyway. I know that pisses a lot of people off.
If you win Saturday night, finish up 8-4, you could end up playing Tennessee again.
Yeah,
well, I don't know who they've got, but they'll probably lose. So
here's a question. Here's something about bowl games that I was wanting to figure out. Now, I haven't really heard this said a lot yet or talked about. What's going to become of all these bowl games? When we go to this 12-team playoff next year, how's that going to work? I know you'll be on campus sites for those 4 of those teams to get a bye, the top 4. Then you're going to have first-round games played on campus.
Well, my guess is going to be that it's going to be how they do it with this 4-team, where they just slide the games over. Like the Rose Bowl is still a playoff game. I'm guessing it'll probably be like that, where they'll pick up like I think the Sugar Bowl isn't a playoff game, so they'll probably add that. Cotton Bowl they'll add. I'd imagine they'd just do it like that, even though they're still going to be held on campus.
Yeah.
I'd imagine just maybe whatever the cost to host it goes down, since you're, not getting it, where you want it. But that is an interesting question. I haven't really thought of that either.
Isn't the Peach Bowl a New Year's Six game?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the Peach Bowl is.
How that's crazy to me. I remember back in the day, when I was growing up, Peach Bowl was a shitty bowl. That was like one of the ones that was like if you barely made it to a bowl, you might get in the Peach Bowl.
Yeah, and like the Gator Bowl was like the big bowl. Like that was a more prestigious.
The Gator Bowl was
bowl,
pretty prestigious. But the Blue Bonnet Bowl was not. I think that was one of the ones that like you barely got in. You get in the Blue Bonnet Bowl. Yeah. So I mean, how things have changed.
Well, I've got my eyes on a flight to Birmingham, baby, because I know when Dabo's boys come into Williams-Brice, they're walking out with an L by 30. Will Shitley, he might fumble the damn ball 3 times. All right.
Oh well, you can kind of.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since you already bought your ticket, once Clemson beats your ass next week, I hope you go to Birmingham, and then with that hairdo you've got, they may kidnap you as like and make you a child sex slave.
Oh God!
I hope you continue to go.
Now I'll have a haircut before the live show.
Well, good.
What day is the live show?
The live show is Friday.
Friday night.
It's Friday night. So there you go.
All right. Well, I reckon I'll get off the airways, but I'll leave y'all with this. Kale, don't fall asleep on the next damn live show. I want to see you partying. You're gonna get drunk because we're gonna be scoring. Rattler, he's got to have a good game. It's going to be his last game, maybe, in the Garnet and Black. Last chance to impress NFL scouts. Well, he'll probably go to the Senior Bowl. But, I just think he goes out and drags his nuts, man. But y'all take care. Go Cox.
All right, Eric joins us before we get out of here. Eric, what do you got? Eric, hello. Eric, what's up?
It's always a challenge for him to get on here.
All right, we'll give Eric a minute. Hi, Eric.
Go ahead, Bill.
Hi, Eric.
Hey, wow, what a crazy Missouri game yesterday.
Yeah.
That was just wild.
Yeah.
So, hey, Jackpot, did y'all win yesterday? Or
What?
Did
I'm sorry. What did you say?
did
No,
Carolina win yesterday?
The Gamecocks did win yesterday, sir. Yes, sir.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, they beat Kentucky.
Well, that's a big one right there.
It is. Yep. Got some at the 5-win mark. They're
That's our second win in a row over Kentucky. Kind of starting to own them a little bit. You notice, Rob, that our friend Bluegrass Sports Media is nowhere to be found.
that the only Kentucky fan we've had here this evening is Big Barney Ross.
Yeah, and
That's
that's the
it.
only one we will have.
That's the only one we will get.
Whatever happened to Kentucky Durbin? I think he passed away.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not being
okay,
serious.
I was like, God damn, what the hell? No, he even stopped. I say that because he stopped making picks in the pick'em. So, it's like, oh, fuck.
Well, it's just he did.
Yeah, he hasn't made picks in the pick'em.
Well, good Lord. Well,
So now, if something happens, you're going to be like, you're going to be the second version of the comrade who, remember the comrade was like, he said something about somebody's mom. I was like, well, my mom's got cancer and is dying. Now you're making say if something has happened to Kentucky Durbin, you're Conrad Jr.
Well, not only that, I'm kind of implicating myself.
Oh God.
So yeah, I got to think about that. So I shouldn't have said that. Yeah. I apologize. God, I'm saying all kind of shit that I shouldn't say. Lord.
All right, Eric. Hey, appreciate it, buddy. You have a good night. All right.
Have a good night, you guys.
All right, there you go. All right, Jackpots. We'll have a show. Will the comrade be at the live show? Hello, Jaden. We'll have to see. Comrade's always welcome. I'll have to send him an invite. Or don't send him an invite. I'll let him remind him because he's a busy bitch. But he's got more kids.
I think it's funny that how people like Bluegrass Sports Media like to bump those gums and talk that shit. I mean, they just disappear.
Yeah.
And go away. How long has it been since Kentucky Durbin made picks in the contest?
Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Hold on, let's see here. By the way, the standings, it's pretty tight up top. I mean, there's let's see here. Kentucky Durbin, where are you? I'm looking. Oh no, he made picks. I'm sorry. He did make picks.
Okay.
Maybe it's Miss Kentucky Durbin that didn't make picks. I don't know.
That would make, because I was going to ask you. That was going to be my second question.
No, she made her picks. So apparently he's just dodging us. Maybe I was thinking of someone else. I apologize.
Who the hell are you talking about then?
Fuck, I don't know.
Cousin Craig stopped making his picks.
Yeah.
When he told me he didn't have any internet on his phone, and I told him, well, that sucks to be you. I'm not making your picks for you. Fuck you, bye. I haven't talked to him since. He got kind of upset with me.
Well, he can't talk to you. It's not like he can call you back. His phone's dead.
His phone's dead. He's out of the contest, so now he can't win that money. And he was excited about that. He thought he, could make some decent picks. As did fucking I. But it's just not to be. Not this year.
All right. Well, we shall see you on Wednesday night. Rob has an SEC bias. The live show starts. I'll be there all day, but I think we'll start streaming like 7:30 when we'll have everything rolling. So there you go with that.
Dennis Wilson going to be in attendance.
Dennis Wilson is going to be at the live show.
Great. I love Dennis Wilson.
Of course you do.
Love Dennis
all right.
Wilson.
Everybody loves Dennis.
No one finer.
No one finer than Dennis Wilson. All right, appreciate you guys.
Did you know that? Before we get out of here, is Nikki Haley running for president?
Yes. And apparently, according to my political correspondent, Mike Muse, he says that Trump is going to be on the Gamecock sideline and Haley's going to be on the Clemson sideline. Pick your side.
Well, she did go there.
I know, but it's like, all right, whatever. What a mess.
So is Trump? Is he going to be there or not?
Yes, he is going to be there. From reports say he's going to be there. He's supposed to be wandering through tailgates with people. I don't know how that's going to happen.
Oh my God.
But apparently Trump is supposed to be in the building.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Can you imagine you're like tailgating down at Williams-Brice and there's crackheads all over the place. Then Donald Trump comes up and asks for a hot dog. I mean, what the fuck do you say? Hey, here you go.
I can't see. I don't know. I can't see him. That's just
So
odd to me.
He was tailgating before somewhere else, and like he literally walked through the tailgates and was talking to people and everything else. I mean, you know, he wants to do that, whatever, but I think it would be kind of interesting to have a former president just walking through tailgates, hanging out and getting some barbecue or whatever from somebody else.
Talk some shit about Shane Beamer. He's not serious enough to be a head coach.
He's probably a foot taller than Shane Beamer, so there's that too.
He probably is. That's just crazy to me. I was at a Gamecocks game in I want to say it was 1988 ish. Maybe it was 87. I can't remember. But I was at where the Pope came to the game. Because he had done something. He had like he held whatever it is they do. He held court, I guess, or he held church. I guess it was in Williams-Brice. I think the day before the game. But I do remember being at a game where the Pope came out onto the field before. This was Pope John Paul on the field before the game.
Yeah.
Is he still alive? By the way, I don't think he could be.
I think he passed away.
Yeah,
I think I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I don't keep up with the Popes.
I mean, he had to. He was really old back then. Yeah. This was like 35 years ago.
He had the little Pope mobile because, you know, there was like a little bulletproof mobile because, you know, somebody tried to kill him or whatever. But, you know, there's that. Yeah, good luck with traffic and the security lines to get into the game. Yeah, like the Secret Service will be out in full force. I say that to you people that are down there normally doing stupid shit. And I'm not just saying this is just the folks in South Carolina, it's everywhere. But hey, if you're a student and you've decided, hey, I'm going to fuck this bitch right at the tailgate, this may not be the weekend to do it. I'm just saying, if you're going to give a hand job in the stands, don't do it this weekend. There's going to be a lot more people there that are truly going to give a shit. So,
to get into something else, real quick too, before we go. First of all, I wanted to thank Big Barney Ross. There was a package on the front stoop Friday when I got home from working, or got home from being stuck in Ware Shoals. Actually, it came yesterday. So I'm wrong. The famous Big Barney Ross barbecue sauce bottled in the old mason jar. And I tried some of that tonight on some of those. Have you ever bought those chicken nuggets from Sam's? They're supposed to be comparable to Chick-fil-A.
No, I've heard about them. I haven't bought them.
Yeah, they're really good. We had some of that tonight and used the barbecue sauce to dip them in, and I must say it was absolutely excellent. So I do appreciate that.
I got that from Big Barney Ross too. He sent me a jar of it, and I've had it before. It is good stuff.
Okay. Beamer has said in his injury update tonight earlier that there's a chance. I mean, there's a chance. You know, the little thing. So you're saying there's a chance. There is that Juice Wells may play against Clemson. But, I mean, I've also heard, this is just a rumor, so I don't know anything else. His dad was on Facebook kind of talking shit with some Gamecock fans, because there was one of them on there that kind of insulted him. That said something about turf toe, a broken foot. Why does Shane Beamer keep lying to us every week? Well, I mean, he's not really lying to you. He's not ready to play. I just was wondering why he just didn't come out and say he's done for the season and let that be it. But he said something about my son's going to torch the SEC next year. I have heard a rumor that he's been offered a very large bag to come back to school next year, but at Texas.
Mm.
So that would really suck ass, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play this year. It's just my opinion. I don't think he's going to play. I think that Beamer may have just been putting that out there to, but if he can play, and let's just be honest, if he can play, and you've got him on one side and Leggett on the other, holy fucking shit with that offense. So
yeah, that's gonna be a problem for the Tater Man there. I do believe
it could be, or they could be not fucking figured it out at all and run into each other and trip over each other's feet too. It could be that too, but we'll see.
Well, he could, and he could be rusty. He's going to be rusty, and that's good. Well, but then again, you got to say he didn't play any of the first 2 weeks of the year, and then he comes out there against fucking Georgia and runs a damn tunnel screen for a 25-yard touchdown, like it's like he just did it yesterday. So,
yep. All right. Well, we'll be back at it on Wednesday. Don't forget, live show coming up on Friday. Would love to see some of you there. And with that, this show's a wrap.